The recent terrorist attack on the Christmas parade in Waukesha is a tragedy. It's also a prime example of the lying, biased fake news. Mere days after the acquittal of Kyle Rittenhouse in one of the most controversial and politically charged trials in the last decade, we have this attack. The target of this attack is a Christmas parade, and it wipes out and kills 5 elderly people and a child. Injures over 60 additional people with multiple phone recordings that are circulating the internet where you can see the driver, this murderous degenerate, swerving to hit as many people as possible. And what is the mainstream media's response to this? What do they think are the key takeaways from this story? Guys, dude, this was a terrible car accident, guys. This red SUV, it really had a horrible, tragic accident, guys. Dudes, this was a real wicked accident by an SUV, guys. Jeez, that really sucks. Anyway, let's move on with our lives. We don't need to be assigning blames or naming names, okay? This is a time for mourning and for healing, really. If you watch the mainstream news, you would think that this was some sort of like self-driving Tesla SUV which missed a red light and accidentally ran into a parade. Except the massacre wasn't done by an SUV. It was done by an animal named Daryl Brooks. Now let's consider the media response to a somewhat similar situation. Kyle Rittenhouse. Now, I say similar, but Kyle Rittenhouse killed 2 people and injured 1, and the court agrees that it was in self-defense, so it's not really similar. It's not even close to the atrocity committed by Daryl Brooks. But in the case of Kyle Rittenhouse, within hours of him brain-draining 2 felons and disarming the 3rd, we were digging through his entire life story. CNN, all the mainstream media was scouring through every single post he ever made to find him once meekly referencing Blue Lives Matter. Every mainstream media outlet is posting this, saying this is a terrorist attack. Kyle Rittenhouse, neo-Nazi, white supremacist. They even managed to prop up the festering carcass of Joe Biden and get him to denounce Kyle Rittenhouse as a white supremacist. And it was 24-hour coverage. Everyone knew about Kyle Rittenhouse. Everyone's heard him get called a white supremacist. I'm pretty sure I saw CNN gum down to bikini bottom, rip that rock up that Patrick Starr lives under, and yell at him that Kyle Rittenhouse is a white supremacist. But with Daryl Brooks, we see none of this. They downplay a car attack of this magnitude on a Christmas parade. It was an accident caused by a red SUV, waiting for the next story to come along so that they can stop talking about it in the minimal capacity that they already are. The average person who spends less than an hour a day on the news and politics doesn't know who Daryl Brooks is. They don't know what happened at Waukesha. Maybe they know something happened that it's bad. They don't know where the hell Waukesha is. So what could it be? It's just that it's not that interesting? Maybe there was nothing interesting on his social media? Or perhaps there's something about this story that the media doesn't want the average person to know about. Perhaps there's something that they don't want to have to tell you. Here is Daryl Brooks. He is a convicted sex offender and meth addict. He has a 10-year history of felony convictions across 3 states and is currently out on bail for 2. The first set of felony charges he was on bail on during the time of the attack was discharging a firearm towards his nephew during an argument about their phone. At the time of the attack, he was out on $500 bail for that one, by the way. The second charge he was out on bail for was just a few days before the attack, where he got into an argument with his baby mama and then tracked her down and attempted to, allegedly, run her over with his car. And for that one, he had to pay up $1,000 for bail. One of the charges against him when he was released on bail before the massacre was bail hopping, by the way. But, forgive and forget. But this is just his criminal record. This doesn't say anything about his motives. Well, here's a Facebook post that this terrorist made days after George Floyd died. Learned and taught behavior. So when we start back knocking white people TF out, I don't want to hear it. The old people too. Knock dem TF out. Period. One of his friends on Facebook posts Black Lives Matter, to which he replies the middle finger emoji and the cop emoji. He also made a post with the hashtag research, claiming that black people were the original Jews, that black people were the true Hebrews, the true Israelites. Now, if you don't know who the black Israelites are, they're black supremacists.
And by the way, all you so-called white ones, we gonna get brutally raped down here. Right! Right! Let you put the death. That's right! Little ugly feast, all right? And all you so-called white people, you're the devil, all right?
That's right.
God eventually gonna destroy you, all right? That's right. Have your last days of enjoying America, because the Most High is about to put your ass in slavery. You're gonna use us to do it.
That's right.
You little red punks, all right? That's according to the Bible. Yep. All right, it's about to be 144,000 Nat Turners risen up, all right?
That's right.
Just gonna be killing so-called white people, babies included.
That's right. Yep.
Y'all gonna get put to death, man. That's right. You gonna die, you and your little ugly kids, man. That's right. Gonna get bashed against the stones, man. And all you so-called Asians, you're going into slavery, all right?
That's right.
You're going into slavery, all right, where you belong.
They believe that black people are God's chosen people. They are the original Hebrews. They are the original Egyptians. They are the original Europeans. They're the original Native Americans. In summary, he is a longtime felon, black supremacist, BLM supporter, Jew, who attacked white Christians at a Christmas parade, days after the not guilty finding of Kyle Rittenhouse. And by the way, Waukesha is right next to Kenosha. Do you see now why the media doesn't want you to know who this guy was? Why the media wants you to forget about this happening? It doesn't go along with their narrative. The narrative has been and will be, until we are dead, that it is white supremacist domestic terrorism, these MAGA-peed Trumpies who are running around causing all this terrorism. The white man is the most dangerous person on earth. They're responsible for all the mass shootings. Anything that can even slightly be manipulated into fitting into the narrative will be repeated 1,000 times. So much so that we can say it back to them off memory because it is so ingrained into us. And anything that does not must be hidden. It must be downplayed. The severity must be reduced and must be quickly forgotten, lest these sheep see through the programming. You've got to ask yourself, what does this mean the media thinks of you? What does the media think of the white Christian when they are willing to downplay the importance and severity of a politically, racially motivated attack, a terrorist attack, a massacre against your people? Because it doesn't fit their narrative that white Christians are the only and most evil people on earth. What does it mean when the mainstream news media, the only and most trusted source of information, of truth in this modern age, is running PR for terrorists who commit massacres against you? It means they are your enemy.